Welcome to Stitching with Cindy Botts. Today's project are these fun little trinket catch-all bags, little baskets for on your table or sewing area. They are the nice size for, tossing in a remote, something like that, your scissors, something that's kind of large but not too big, just something fun to hold your things. Now this one has a series of 4 stripes on the side, and I'll show you about that in a minute. This one has 3. You might like the style with 3 better, and then on this side it only has 2, 3 and 2, just a little bit more of an alternating thing, where this one has 2 on each side because we used 4 strips when we did it. All right, and we have a nice inside different color, nice lining color. I think they came out pretty cute. This is something that I designed myself. I hope you like it. So there's a couple different ways you can do it. You can use one color fabric for the outside and a different color for the lining. You can make them all one color. You can use your 5-inch charm packs for this, or fabric by the bolt, by the yard, I should say. So this is using the charm pack and using a few different colors. All you do is you need your 5-inch squares, and you need 5 for the lining and 5 for the outside. So depending how you want to choose your colors, you go ahead and you sew 3 together to make this part, and then you sew 2 to the other side of the middle one. I've just got mine clipped here, right sides together, fold it back, and you have the base for your design. Then what we need to do is you take some interfacing, and with right sides together you sew the outside panel to the inside panel. Make sure you use some nice interfacing so that it stands up and doesn't flop on you. Again, interfacing and right sides together. Leave an opening on one of the ends so that you can turn it right side out, and then just fold that over your 1/4 inch at the tops so that you can sew that down. Let's see, I think this is the one here where I tucked it over and tucked it down in. All right, so here we have the next stage, and on this one I did use parts of a charm pack that were left over from something, but I used all 5 of them of the same color. So what I did, just like I said, was right sides together, turn it over, and then I went along the edges and I folded over just a 1/4 inch. Now up here at the end there is a lot of bulk there. You might want to skip that and start just underneath it. I did end up breaking a needle when I tried to go through that, so be careful. And you just want to fold over like a 1/4 inch, and down here you're going to taper off to nothing, and then you're going to sew right around, going back up to your 1/4 inch and stopping up here by the bulk, just so you don't, like I said, break a needle. You want to do that on all 4 sides, and that's what gives you this gap on the end. All right, so you get to see those strips at the side. All right, then deciding whether you want to have all of your cross points on the outside or on the inside of your bag. This one is on the outside. I think I did 2 of these on the outside and 2 on the inside, and that's what gives you that alternating flip through. Okay, so it's just your choice. You can either have them all on the outside, all on the inside, or every other strip, one on the inside and then the next on the outside. For demonstrations, I chose to have them all on the inside. So you're going to make your strips, 3 strips or 4 strips, depending on which style you like. You're going to cut your material at 2.5 inches wide. You're going to go ahead and iron it in half. Then you're going to fold half to the inside, again a 1/4 of it and a 1/4 of it to that midpoint, you're going to fold that over, press it, and then you're going to sew your seam so that it's nice and snug. So down here at this end, I have it sewn partially, and then you can see how it's folded in, and you just continue to sew. And you're going to want to strip this 22 inches long so you have plenty of room to work the end. Okay, so what I did was I lined up my 3 strips with a nice even spacing. Now again, I chose to put all of mine on the inside. You could do it on the outside. You could do some on the inside, some on the outside. That's your choice. All right, you just want a nice even spacing between them. Then, because this is using a 5-inch square at each of the spots, you're going to want to measure from this point down 5 inches. Then mark it at 5 inches, and then you're going to take that where it's marked, and you are going to bring it, you're going to skip one of the sides, you're going to skip this side, you're going to bring it over, and you're going to sew it here, and you're going to sew it right down like that. Okay, and then measuring from this point, again, you're going to measure 5 inches, you're going to skip this one, and you're going to come around to your start. Okay, so you're going to be sewing, let's see if we can see this a little bit better. All right, where is the end? Okay, so this is where I started, and on this one, and I sewed here. Then I skipped this one, as you can, if you can see, I skipped it. Then we were going to weave that through later. Okay, so this panel is skipped. That's your 5 inches that you want to skip. And then this one is sewed down. So you sew it on this panel, then you measure out 5 inches, and you're back to the part where you started. If I can show you the little gap there, see, that is not sewn down, that is a gap. Okay, and then you just sew it down. Now when you come to the end here, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take this raw edge, and you're going to want to fold it over, and you can either do this before you sew it down or at this point. You're going to tuck those edges in, and you can just finger press or iron it closed, and then you're going to take your other end. Let's see if I can just creep that over, and you're going to tuck it in there. You're just going to tuck this end right inside and hide that raw edge. All right, you're just going to tuck that nicely in there. You're going to scooch it all down, line it up nice and flat, and sew that so that there's no raw edge. All right, here it is. You can kind of see where I've tucked it in. I got a little piece sticking out, peeking out there. All right, and you're just going to sew it down, and that's how you do the straps. Now, what you're going to do is you are going to take this one side that's not sewn, and you're going to weave it under and over your straps. Okay, so this is just woven through, under, then over, and then under, and then I just sewed the top down. So that's for the 3, and then you can see here on the one that I used 4 straps, again I sewed that side. This is the side that wasn't sewed, this was the skip side, and I wove this square over the strap, under the strap, over the strap, under the strap, and then I sewed it down. So if we peek inside here, you can see that my hand fits under those. Those are not sewn down. That panel is just woven through the straps. I hope you enjoy this little project. It was fun to make and design. And again, there's a lot of different color choices. You can use those charm packs up that you got, you know, just a couple left of. You could make different colors on the outside and a plain white lining on the inside using up those pieces. I hope you have a great day. Please like and subscribe. If you want to make a comment, I'd love to hear your comments. Have a great day now. Bye.